Volkswagen is trying to go all posh with this. It's the new Arteon, and I think it's a good looking thing. However, they've been rather bold with it because it's similar money to an Audi A5 Sportback, but which should you have?
Let's start with the design, as this is the Arteon's USP. It's a rather striking looking thing actually, especially for a Volkswagen, a company that's designs are more Marks and Spencer than Karl Lagerfeld. In fact, there's so many cool details.
I love the way the bonnet protrudes over the lights. It sort of gives the car a masculine brow.
Also, there's that grille. It even overshadows the A5s for boldness. And overall, the A5 is just a little bit more understated than the Arteon, a touch more classy maybe.
The A5 is a good looking car though, let's be honest now. One of the main reasons you like it is because of these 4 rings, isn't it? Yeah? If that was a Kia badge on there, it wouldn't look quite so good, this car, would it?
In terms of the exterior, the Arteon definitely seems like a premium car, but that feeling soon evaporates when you climb inside.
The interior design is nice enough, it just doesn't have the same amount of flair as that exterior. It's a bit of a shame really.
In fact, the dashboard is pretty much exactly the same as you'll find in the normal Passat saloon car. Still, the Arteon does have that car's sweet 9.2-inch touchscreen infotainment system, which even features some very basic gesture controls. Also in the Arteon, a digital driving display is standard. However, when it comes to interiors, few brands do them as well as Audi.
The A5 just feels super luxurious here on the inside. It just oozes style, quality and technology. It really is a lovely place to be.
Thing is, if you want those gorgeous digital dials, they are an option on the A5, and you can only select them if you first upgrade to the highest specification infotainment system. And all this will cost you an extra £1,200. Still, thanks to a swivel wheel input method, the A5's technology is easier to operate while driving compared to the Arteon's touchscreen system. Yet, the VW does still manage to win the space race.
You could use this car as a limousine because there's so much rear passenger space. I mean, look, it's incredible. You can really stretch out. In fact, the footwells are so large, I could actually fit in them. Look at this. Not sure what this proves, or why anyone cares. But I've kind of done it now.
All that space makes fitting a child seat easy too. And because the Isofix covers fold out of the way, you won't lose them. It's not so easy getting a child seat into the Audi. The rear doors don't open as wide, and the Isofix covers are removable and therefore losable. It's not all bad though.
There's easily enough room here in the back of the A5 for adults, though it's just nowhere near as palatial as the Arteon. In fact, let's just see. No, I definitely can't fit in the footwell. Yes! I knew that test wasn't so stupid after all.
The Audi's outer rear seats are quite sculpted, which means that when 3 people squeeze into the back, it just feels a little bit more cramped than it does in the Volkswagen. And if you need to carry even more people, the Arteon can cope with that too.
The boot is so large, it'll easily accommodate even a rather large man. Look, he was absolutely fine in there, no problem at all.
The Arteon's plentiful boot can hold all this with the seats up, and this lot with its seats folded down.
The A5's boot is a moderate size, which means that it's actually only really suitable to accommodate a more modest sized gentleman. At least this one has an electric tailgate. You can get on the Arteon as well though.
In real terms though, there's not actually that much difference in what the A5 can carry. With the seats up, it can fit everything the Arteon could, bar the golf clubs, while with the rear seats folded down, one large box had to be swapped for a medium-sized one, and one soft bag left behind. Which brings us on to how these cars measure up on the road.
This A5 is a really nice car to drive. It just does everything well, so it's comfortable. This one is on normal springs, doesn't even have the upgraded suspension, and it just goes over bumps brilliantly. It's super quiet as well, so when you're cruising down the motorway at speed, it's not loud, it's just very relaxing. And the car handles pretty well, you know, it just grips to the road, and if you get quite a all-wheel drive, it grips even better. Like I said, it does everything well. It sets the bar like that, right up there. Good luck, Arteon.
Like the A5 Sportback, the Arteon is available with 2-litre petrol and diesel engines, though some of the power outputs are slightly different. The higher power versions of the Arteon get all-wheel drive and adaptive suspension with a comfort setting, while all models have a 7-speed automatic gearbox as standard.
I think if you were to drive this Arteon in isolation, you would be more than happy with it. But when you back to back it with the Audi, you do notice an ever so slight difference. It doesn't feel quite so premium in the way it drives, and I think the main reason is the soundproofing. The Audi is just a little bit quiet, a bit more serene, and that gives it the edge. I mean, this handles well enough and it's comfy enough, but yeah, the Audi, that's the one I'd like to spend more time in. There isn't all that much in it, I must admit.
So then, these two cars are very closely matched, and really, the decider comes down to price. And here's the thing, they both start from around £33,000. The Arteon does get more kit as standard, but if you match the two cars for specification and then compare offers using CarWow, which you can do by clicking on the pop-out banner or the link below the video, there is very little between them in terms of what you'll actually pay. So, where does all that leave us?
Well, the Arteon, yeah, it looks great. It's absolutely massive inside and it's pleasant to drive. The only thing is that the Audi A5 Sportback just feels more premium. It's slightly nicer to drive, and while it's smaller, it's still big enough, and that's why it wins this test.
Please like, share and comment on this video and click on our logo to subscribe for more. And don't forget